Allahumma Allahayna Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai Hamashiach wa Malakia Bahashim Harawat Wakakodash Barakathum the water Baba Bawa Kwam Yasharala. Double honor to the apostles, elders, and bishops of Great Millstone who teach us daily. And to the men out there teaching the likewise doctrine in the city of Shalom. Today we're gonna get into I got about 4 videos lined up, and it's all explaining Slave Patrol 2025 coming to a hood near you. We told y'all this clown was gonna do this. He wants the military to police black neighborhoods. And the reason why is because he's painting us to be the worstest thing that ever walked the earth. Straight up lying on us. Now, the thing is this. He said he wants to get rid of criminals and protect people. He wants to protect the black people. From who? The biggest threat to so-called black people are Edomites. Edomites with guns. That has always been a scenario. Now, this is the thing right here. See, Trump been trying to bait so-called black people up, bait them up to go out and do something stupid so he could be justified to come down on them. This man is power crazy. He is power hungry. What's the ultimate power? Martial law. That's what he wants. And he will lie to get it. He has lied on us so many times. It's ridiculous. Now, when he says he wants to get rid of criminals, he ain't said nothing about the mass shooters, the school shooters. He ain't said nothing about these crooked ass cops. And my thing is this, if the cops weren't so crooked, why did you delete a corrupt database of corrupt cops? If they ain't did nothing, it wouldn't have been nothing to delete. But we all see the play. He gonna bring the fight to you. He gonna start a fight with so-called black people. So we already know that police and black people don't get along. So what does he do? He's gonna bring the military. Now let's get the video. I want to show you what I'm talking about. Check this out.
Ebenezer Scrooge and Donald.
That's not it. Let's go back.
I think it's a disgrace that everybody wants to paint black people as being the bad guy, and even the president. White people created all types of policies in order to keep black people down and put us in a position to where we have to struggle and get things in order to take care of our family on a day-to-day basis by other means. And then he's standing up here talking this trash about blacks. I mean, these white people they just are insane.
Safety and defend our communities for law-abiding American citizens. We need, look, the crime is most rampant right here and in African-American communities, and more people see me and they say, sir, we want protection. We want police to protect us. We don't want to get robbed and mugged and beat up or killed because we want to walk across the street to buy a loaf of bread.
Ebenezer Scrooge.
Now,
I think it's a disgrace that everybody...
Ebenezer Scrooge.
I'm going to leave it right here for now. Who the hell gets beat up, shot, robbed, crossing the street for some bread? See how he lied? Yeah. That don't happen. The so-called black community is on the cool right now because we see the play. We're not falling for your dumb shit. Who you think we are? You? We're not stupid like you, bruh. We see the play from a mile away. It all started with you making these attacks, these indirect attacks. You want to pardon Derek Chauvin because you know what's going to happen. Guess what? We ignored that shit because we knew that we saw the play. Boy, stop. Let me go back.
I think it's a disgrace that everybody wants to paint black people as being the bad guy, and even the president. White people.
Ebenezer Scrooge and Donald Trump.
I think it's a disgrace that everybody wants to paint black people as being the bad guy, and even the president. White people created all types of policies in order to keep black people down and put us in a position to where we have to struggle and get things in order to take care of our family on a day-to-day basis by other means. And then he's standing up here talking this trash about blacks. I mean, these white people they just are insane.
Safety and defend our communities for law-abiding American citizens. We need, look, the crime is most rampant right here and in African American communities, and more people see me and they say, sir, we want protection. We want police to protect us. We don't want to get robbed and mugged and beat up or killed because we want to walk across the street to buy a loaf of bread. They want it so badly. The fake news doesn't talk about it. But the black population wants law enforcement more than any other population. So
I think it's a disgrace that everybody wants to paint black people as being
Ebenezer Scrooge and Donald Trump.
Y'all heard that lie? He said all the black people they've been wanting, it's not on the news. We want police. Okay, if that's the case, why is there a song created by so-called blacks called F the Police? We were saying that way before it was a hit. We don't want y'all lying, sneaky asses around, murderous asses around us. We don't. Now, I noticed, like I said, once again, he lied, like all the crimes in black communities. No, it's not. All the crimes taking place in the White House. You see what I'm saying? Ain't nobody asking you to bring the police to our neighborhoods. We want to stay as far as away from Edomites as possible. Do you understand? We don't want no dealings because every time the police comes around, somebody dies. So why would we want that shit? He hadn't talked about the school shooters. He hadn't talked about these murderous cops. No, he don't talk. Matter of fact, those are the people that he pardons. Let me get the next video. Now, is he talking about, he ain't talking about this right here. Look at this. Town official shoots lost DoorDash driver in his back.
What if I told you that a town official shoots a DoorDash employee in the back? That's exactly what happened. I'm going to show you video of this DoorDasher prior to the shooting and give you the update as to what happened. Here it is.
I have a DoorDash. My phone is I don't know. My phone is test. Huh? I need any help. Okay, thank you.
Put up the picture full mass. Very sad story. Town official.
We don't want to get shot in the back. His life was not in danger because he shot the man in the back, meaning that he was going away from the house. So your life was not in danger. These are just bloody ass Edomites who are free to voice their racist opinions all over the internet and to do shit like this. You don't hear nothing from this creamsicle ass motherfucker in the White House.
Shot a DoorDash driver in the back who got lost. This town official shot this individual in the back who got lost and needed directions. Now
he's a town official. It wouldn't surprise me if he put a white hood on at night. What you think? That's why the KKK still exists. In the daytime, they are your town officials, your doctors, your lawyers, your judges, your police chiefs, your fire chiefs, fire marshals. That's why they still around, because they punk asses hide behind them hoods.
Now, authorities are investigating if the shooting qualifies as a hate crime. We will get into it. We have footage you just saw. That was the victim on the steps of another home just minutes prior, searching once again for directions. John J. Riley III, 48, now faces felony charges for the shooting, including first-degree assault, criminal possession of a firearm, and second-degree criminal possession of a weapon. We have the details. So in a news release,
See, no attempted murder. See, they give Edomites the lesser charges. That's all right, though. God gonna charge y'all. Yahweh Shai gonna charge y'all to the fullest extent of the law, statutes, and commandments, baby. You ain't got away with shit, homie. Now let's come back out. I got another one. Y'all can go back and watch this. For the sake of time, we're gonna speed through this. Here go another one. Man arrested in connection to horrific deaths of black twins. Family fights for answers.
This is a hell of a story out of Georgia. A man has been arrested in connection to the deaths of black twin brothers. This story has a lot of twists and turns. It's going to make your blood boil. Put up the picture full mass. In Georgia.
I tried to look it up today to see who was the most dangerous race of people. Who is the biggest threat to the American society? They gave you a whole bunch of statistics. They talked around it. They will not admit it. That these Edomites with guns, just Edomites in general, Edomites at heart, because you can look white and be an Israelite. I'm talking about those with Edomite fathers, like this son of a bitch. Yeah, when Trump gonna offer to protect us from people like this? He's not. Matter of fact, I wouldn't be surprised if he pardoned these people because he's a fan of racist murder.
Quadir and Nazir Lewis, 19 years of age, were found dead just hours after they were expected to fly to Boston to visit friends on Saturday, March 8th. Their plane tickets were reportedly still in their respective wallets, found at the scene of the crime. Hikers discovered their bodies at the top of Bell Mountain. This is near North Georgia. It is the Georgia-North Carolina border, dozens of miles from where families say the brothers were living. Although police suspect the brothers died in a murder-suicide by gunshot wound,
there's no such thing. Why would these boys take their own life? Look at their faces. They just graduated. Why would they take their own lives? No, these boys were murdered all day. There's no such thing as a murder-suicide. What the fuck is that? No, these boys were murdered.
Georgia Bureau of Investigation has confirmed the arrest of former Towns County volunteer firefighter.
What I tell you, firefighter, town official. These are your KKK members.
Scott Curlin, 42 years of age, in connection to the case. It gets even more interesting. According to the reports, the firefighter was fired on March 14th after he allegedly violated department protocol. Towns County Commission Cliff Bradshaw told 11 Alive. Curlin has not been charged directly in the deaths of the brothers, but he was hit with misdemeanor obstruction for allegedly snapping photos of the twins' dead bodies and then leaking those photos to the public, according to the GBI.
See, they don't want to bring these Edomites to justice, giving them lesser charges. Look at this shit. Curlin has not been charged directly with the deaths of the brothers, but he was hit with a misdemeanor obstruction for allegedly snapping photos of the twins' dead bodies and leaking them. Come on, man. You were there.
The GBI's medical examiner has not shared the complete autopsy reports to the public yet, according to a spokesperson. Additional forensic tests are still pending. The family, however, continues to dispute the murder-suicide ruling, saying the twins would never hurt each other. Their aunt, Yasmin Bronner, said, quote, "They wouldn't do anything like this. To say they did this to each other? No. Something happened in those mountains and we want answers," end quote.
Whenever Edomites say so-called black people committed suicide, they're trying to protect a guilty ass Edomite. That's all it ever will be. That's all it's ever been. To this day, they still talking about so-called black people hanging themselves. No, you're trying to protect the guilty ass Edomite, but that's all right though, baby. The Lord is going to charge y'all asses to the fullest extent of the law, statutes, and commandments. Come out of this. Wait a minute. We need to
In the meantime,
all right, let's come out of this. I got another one. Check this shit out. Trans homicide suspect arrested after 2 women found murdered in New York apartment. There's more. Look at this. Look at, I don't even know what it is. Homeless man wearing blonde wig, smeared makeup, and pearls is busted for trying to kidnap child. Who's the biggest threat to society? Trans killer sentenced to 22 years for slaying Portland cab driver. All of these people here are Edomite creations. Esau created these people. Look at this. Who's the biggest threat? He look like a school shooter, yeah. Nashville school shooter Aubrey Hale, identified as transgender and had detailed manifesto to attack Christian Academy. When he gonna address these motherfuckers? He's not, because he fans of these people. Because he just like them. He'll get them off. He'll pardon them. Look at this shit. Trans-identifying man stabs homeless shelter employee until her internal organs were exposed. See, these freak shows are creations of Esau. Transgender teen arrested for planning Valentine's Day school shooting was inspired by Parkland killer. When you gonna do something about your little school shooters, Trump? Instead of lying on us with your lying ass. Oregon police seized 28 guns from trans women who allegedly threatened Jews, others. This is an Edomite creation. Esau is already abominable. So he gonna create something more abominable than he originally is. That's wickedness for your ass right there, in a nutshell. Let's keep going. Look at this. The case of the radical Zizian vegan trans cult and the shooting death of a border patrol agent. These are creations of Esau. These are his monsters, his animals, his savages. Trans suspect accused of killing Pennsylvania officer was earlier released without bail by leftist non-binary judge. See, America's finished. All of your agencies have been infiltrated by these animals, these savages. This thing right here is guilty of murder, but he's released without bail. See? Let's keep going. Andy NGO reports, violent Portland Trans-Tifa member under investigation for death threats against city council member and Angie NGO. See, look at the upside down cross. Look at the shit on his neck with the bull nose. Yeah. These are creations of Esau. These are his savages who believe they own bullshit. Look at this. Transgender teen sentenced to life in prison for deadly Colorado school shooting. When he gonna lock up these school shooters? When he gonna round their asses up? No, he's not. Because he's a fan. Look at this thing. Transgender serial rapists kill 5 women, 1 infant as sexual fetishes escalated. These are your threats to society. These trans Edomites, these alphabet Edomites, all of them are abominations times 2 because they are already born abominable. So they want to turn up the abominableness. Yeah. Let's come out of this. I got one more. Not that one. Let's go here. Listen to this.
Say our country should be more fearful of white men across our country because they are actually causing most of the deaths within this country.
Yeah, and I think our country should be fearful of women with pumpkins on their heads and anal beads around their neck. Why don't you?
See, he would say some shit like that. See, this ain't nothing but a classic case of deflection because he knows she's telling the truth. So you want to hurl insults. Classic childish ass Edomite who don't deal with reality. We can come out of this. Deflection. That's your defense. No wonder y'all going into captivity. Let's get some scripts. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 12, verse 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. Told y'all, these Edomites up in these elite positions, they know the prophecies just like we do. They know that when we wake up, that's their asses. That's why it says he knows, but he hath but a short time. Let's go here. First Peter chapter 5, verse 8. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour. Yeah, that's all these Edomites, especially cops. They just ride around looking for targets. They just look for a reason. Trump knew that we wouldn't fall for the bullshit because we see the play coming, so now he finna start some shit with the so-called black community. And we told y'all, when he started with the Northern Kingdom, from the apostles, the elders, and the bishops, and the brothers on down, told you that the blacks were next, so-called blacks. If they're going after the brown, they're going after the black because they know we are Israelites. Let's go here, 2 Maccabees. Second Maccabees chapter 7, verse 31. And though that has been the author of all mischief against the Hebrews shall not escape the hands of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. You know, this is mischief. This is bullshit. This is a bunch of lies. He can't trap us up in his little snare, so he just gonna create some shit where we just gonna go patrol them anyway. And we told y'all years ago that these people want to piss you off to get you to rise up so they can lock you down. We said this years ago. So now he finna fuck with you. And if you fight back, you the terrorist. We already know the play. 2 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 11, let Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his advices. We saw the play. Let's go to 2nd Ezra. I mean, Trump is not the smartest person in the world, so a blind man could see that bullshit coming. You just keep fucking with us. You just keep fucking with us. And we told y'all, this man is talking about you. He's thinking about you. And if he's thinking about you, he's thinking about how to take your shit. In this case, he's thinking about how to take your life. Second Ezra chapter 11, verse 40. And the fourth came and overcame all the beasts that were passed and had power over the world with great fearfulness, and over the whole compass of the earth with much wicked oppression, and so long time dwelt he upon the earth with deceit. Edomites. Let's go to the book of Psalms. Psalms 58 and 3. The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. That scripture just told you that Edomites are born liars. Isaiah chapter 26, verse 10. Let favor be shown to the wicked, yet will he not learn righteousness. And the land of uprightness will he deal unjustly, and will not behold the majesty of the Lord. He ain't gonna do right. We told y'all to stop expecting the wicked to be righteous. It's not gonna happen. Sirach chapter 12, verse 10. Never trust thine enemy, for like his iron rusted, so is his wickedness. Now let's go to the book of Sirach chapter 9. Verse 18. A man of an ill tongue is dangerous in his city, and he that is rash in his talk shall be hated. This man is a compulsive, impulsive liar. And liars are an abomination to the Lord. So yeah. The Lord giving you plenty of elbow room to earn your judgment, baby. Acts chapter 13, verse 10. And said, O full of all subtlety and all mischief, thou child of the devil, thou enemy of all righteousness, wilt thou not cease to pervert the right ways of the Lord? See, and that's all they do. Prime example, everything that the Bible says not to do, they do it. Walking abominations. These are vessels to be destroyed. Vessels of, what it is? Vessels to be dishonored. There's nothing left to respect about America or Edomite. They stuck in their ways. That's all they know. All they know is anger, hate, violence, death, destruction. That's all they know. Because if you knew something else, you would do something else. But you don't know nothing else, so this is all you do. Because this is all you know. If you ain't changed in over 2,000 years, that's you, homie. Psalms chapter 34, verse 21. Evil shall slay the wicked, and they that hate the righteous shall be desolate. How is evil going to slay the wicked? Because the Lord is going to bring forth evil. He said the time is evil. Let me get it. Isaiah chapter 45, verse 7. I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord, do all these things. And he going to create evil to get at Esau. Let me get another one. Ephesians chapter 5, verse 16. Redeeming the time because the days are evil. Wherefore, be ye not unwise, but understanding what the will of the Lord is. And be not drunk with wine wherein is excess, but be filled with the Spirit. See? It's the Lord's will to bring forth evil, to take out these Edomites. Go to Psalms chapter 37. Yeah, y'all finna get y'all asses punished, man, for real, for real. Psalm chapter 37, verse 32. The wicked watcheth the righteous and seeketh to slay him. Don't nobody want y'all in our neighborhoods. Don't nobody want y'all around, period. Because every time a Edomite comes around, death, violence, and destruction follows. And racism. We always said, if an Edomite, racism, death, violence, destruction, willfully, that shit don't exist if Esau's not around. When he comes around, he bring all that shit with him. And the earth is beginning to see who the problem always has been. That's why it's never peace on the earth. Because of Esau. Revelation chapter 6, verse 4. And there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth. That's why it ain't number war, 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 war. That's all they know. And that they should kill one another, and there was given unto him a great sword. That's why he's so crazy about guns and knives and shit. That was his blessing, temporary blessing. Proverbs chapter 21, verse 10, the soul of the wicked desireth evil, his neighbor findeth no favor in his eyes. Meaning Esau's neighbor knows that he hates him. But he always trying to disguise his hate and shit. No, bro, it's plain as day. You can't hide that. That's you. They always talking about racism don't exist. Shit me. This country's built on racism. Tell me it ain't still here. Ecclesiastes chapter 8, verse 11. Because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily. Therefore, the hearts of the sons of men is fully set in them to do evil. Esau think he getting away with some shit. No, you're not. So you're earning your judgment, Holmes. Jeremiah chapter 13, verse 23. Can the Ethiopian change his skin or the leopard his spots? Then may ye also do good that are accustomed to do evil. We know that Ethiopian cannot change his skin or leopard his spots. So Edomites cannot do good. They can't. And if you do see Edomite doing good, they might not be an Edomite. Let's go to Isaiah chapter 59, verse 3. For your hands are defiled with blood, and your fingers with iniquity. Your lips have spoken lies. Your tongue have uttered perverseness. None calleth for justice, nor any pleadeth for truth. They trust in vanity and speak lies. They conceive mischief and bring forth iniquity. Verse 6, their web shall not become garments, neither shall they cover themselves with their works. Their works are works of iniquity, and the act of violence is in their hands. Their feet run to evil, and they make haste to shed innocent blood. Their thoughts are thoughts of iniquity. Wasting and destruction are in their paths. The way of peace they know not, and there is no judgment in their goings. They have made them crooked paths. Whosoever go therein shall not know peace. Anybody who deals with Esau catches hell. That's what it's saying. That's why all these other nations are backing away from doing business with him, because they know he fucked up spiritually, mentally, emotionally, physically. All across the board, he fucked up. But that's the perfection of the Lord, see? Because the Lord created him to be the perfect fuck up. That's why he's considered the base man. Nothing special about him, default character. No special abilities, no shit, but lying, murder, and theft. Sodomy, pedophilia. Those are his gifts. And those gifts going to get him destroyed. Book of Sirach, chapter 12, verse 17. If adversity come upon thee, thou shalt find him there first. And though he pretend to help thee, yet shall he undermine thee. Every time. He trying to present this as him helping us. We don't need that. Police ain't never helped us. You know. When some shit go down, we don't call the police. No. That's making shit worse. Because all they do is come around looking for a reason. Let's get this one, Deuteronomy chapter 30, chapter 28. Uh, 28. This in the curses. Verse 49, the Lord shall bring a nation against thee from afar, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth, a nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand. If a nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the person of the old, nor show favor to the young. See, Esau is not giving empathy. Look how he do his own people. If he dogged them out and murdered them, you think he got love for you? He ain't got love for nobody. Go to the book of Isaiah, chapter 5. See, remember, he trying to present this idea as being a good thing. No. Isaiah chapter 5, verse 20. Woe unto him that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. He knows what's going to happen. When the police coming in our neighborhoods fucking with us, he trying to start some shit to justify locking you down. And like I said, the cherry on top is that he's going to get to blame you. It's your fault I got to do this to you. That's how they free themselves from guilt. But that's all right, baby, because the Lord is going to judge you to the fullest extent of the law, statutes, and commandments, baby. Keep doing your shit. Get this one. James, book of James, chapter 2, verse 13. For he shall have judgment without mercy that showed no mercy, and mercy rejoiceth against judgment. Basically, the Lord saying this man ain't gonna have no mercy. And his judgment is gonna be the worst punishment in mankind history. Those that show no mercy shall have no mercy. Get this one. Psalms chapter 55, verse 21. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet they were drawn swords. Psalm chapter 55, verse 20. He had put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him. He had broken his covenant. So-called black people ain't did shit to nobody, but yet he putting forth his hands against such as be at peace with him. That's basically a declaration of war, pretty much, by sending them people in our neighborhoods for no reason. And nobody else, just us. Okay. Yeah, that's a declaration of war. And the Lord gonna call you on it. Let's go to the book of 2nd Ezra. Now, this is how it's gonna be in martial law days, period. But it's gonna kick off if he push this through. Y'all might start seeing some of this a little early. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 15, verse 14. Well, we start at 10. Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them to dwell in the land of Egypt. Verse 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight one another, with swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their acts shall stand in their power. That means it's gonna be total chaos, anarchy. It ain't gonna be no laws in place. Survival of the fittest, dog eat dog. Verse 17, the man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, and their houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods. Spoil mean rob, because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. All of this is about to happen. Chapter 16, verse 70. For there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection among those that fear the Lord. Who are those that fear the Lord? Israelites. Who is he sending the military to? Israelites. Verse 71. They shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. See, they madmen anyway. Insane. Animals. Savages. Verse 72. For they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. Mass eviction on the horizon too. because now he about to do away with Section 8. We told y'all this years ago. Verse 73, then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as gold in the fire. When you put your hands on the elect, the Lord gonna lift that standard. And then you're gonna be running from 144,000 immortals. How we are of that number, and when we catch your ass, we gonna make you break them guns down and eat them piece by piece. We're gonna have your ass popping bullets like Tic Tacs. Since you love guns so much, gonna have your ass sprinkle salt and pepper on the shit and the whole thing. Yahweh Ratazah. Psalm chapter 73, verse 5. They are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men. Cops getting immunity, yeah, they're not in trouble like other men. Getting acquitted, they're not in trouble like other men. Get away with murder and go back to work. No, commit murder and get a paid vacation. See how Babylon rewards wickedness? That's why this place got to go, and it's gonna go. Verse 6. Therefore, pride compasseth them about as a chain, violence covers them as a garment. Their eyes stand out with fatness, they have more than the heart could wish. They are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression, they speak loftily. Speaking loftily means you speaking to somebody like you think you better than them. Yeah, they speak very loftily. Let's go to Ezekiel. We finna find out what the Lord finna do to him now. Ezekiel chapter 35, verse 5. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, and the time of their iniquity had an end. Verse 6. Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord, Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. He finna make y'all bleed like y'all never bled before, baby. Because for every Israelite drop of blood y'all shed, y'all got to shed 2 drops. Go to chapter 22. Verse 29. The people of the land have used oppression and exercised robbery and have vexed the poor and needy. Yeah, they have oppressed the stranger wrongfully. And they still doing it to this day. They finna turn up. They finna crank it up a notch. We told y'all gonna look out y'all window and see tanks rolling down the street. You're gonna look out your window and you're gonna be watching the movie Red Dawn live. Micah chapter 2, verse 1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand. And they covet fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away. So they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage. Verse 3. Therefore, thus said the Lord, Yahweh, behold, against this family do I devise an evil, from which ye shall not remove your necks, neither shall ye go haughtily, for the time is evil. And who creates evil? Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. Y'all ain't getting out of this one. He let y'all get away with shit so your pride can go through the roof, so you will feel untouchable, like you can't be touched. Like that scripture said, who shall bring me down? Yeah. He got y'all right where he wants y'all. Prideful and goofy and stupid as ever. Ezekiel chapter 25. What else he gonna do to him, Lord? Verse 12, thus saith the Lord Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, because that Edom have dealt against the house of Judah by taking vengeance, and have greatly offended and revenged himself upon them. Verse 13, therefore thus saith the Lord Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai, I will also stretch out mine hand upon Edom, and I will cut off man and beast from it, and I will make it desolate from Teman, and they of Dedan shall fall by the sword. These are Edomites. Verse 14, one of my favorites. And I will lay my vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people Israel, and they shall do in Edom according to mine anger and according to mine fury, and they shall know my vengeance, saith the Lord Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai. You're going to need that military. You're going to need every gun you got. Because when 144,000 get activated and them chariots pull up, you're going to need every military man you got. And they're going to run like hell. Verse 17, and I will execute great vengeance upon them with furious rebukes, and they shall know that I am the Lord Yahweh, when I shall lay my vengeance upon them. We get one more and close. You already know what it is. Obadiah chapter 1. Gonna do away with these motherfuckers. Verse 18, after your 1,000 years of slavery. And the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau a stubble, and they shall kindle in them and devour them. And there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for the Lord Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai have spoken it. No more Edomites, baby. Verse 21, his Savior shall come up on Mount Zion to judge the mount of Esau, and the kingdom shall be the Lord's. So keep up your mischief, keep up all your bullshit, keep on lying, earn your judgment, baby. So the Lord can punish your ass to the fullest extent of the law, statutes, and commandments. Call Imla, Alahai now Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai Hamashiach Wa Malaki Bahashim Hararak Rakak Wadash Barakathum, the water Baba Ba Wa Kwam Yasharala. Shalom.